Well, I just wanted to make a record of this hinge really. That prototype sector that I made the hinge just by making two like P shapes as hinges, using the router to make it flush with the one or other of the rulers, and then riveting two of them together, so one on one side, one on the other. But for the thing that I'm actually going to make, a nice one, I wanted it to be brass for strength and hidden. So this is what I've come up with. It's 3 layers. The main hinge is, I'll take it apart, 3 layers of brass. So one P shape with one P and one with 2 P's, so that fits inside there. And then I've put spacers on the top and bottom of the one with 1p and on the inside of the one with 1p to space it out so that it forms the hinge. Then I've got a centre pin which I've got to rivet close once I've done this video. If I can get it in, there it is. A 0.5mm spacer, and then a 1mm slightly countersunk top, and on the other side there'll be a 0.5mm spacer and the same slightly countersunk top, slightly countersunk to rivet it into, and that forms my sector hinge. You can't buy these. You could take apart an old folding ruler, or even they still make those folding rulers, so you could buy a folding ruler. But if you do that, what they have is just the one leaf and the 2 leaves, and it's really difficult. I have done that kind of thing before, but it's really difficult to fit because you have to cut with a 1mm kerf saw. You have to make the cut into the wood that you're going to use. On the wood that I'm going to use, I've cut 2 pieces, a top and a bottom, so that I can just route half the thickness of the 3mm part of the hinge. Oh, the overall thickness now is 6mm, so that 3mm part of the hinge I'll route 1.5mm down into one part of the wood and 1.5mm into the other half of the wood. And when you stick the 2 pieces of wood together, like forming a lamination, it'll be 7mm thick to start off with. I've allowed enough to take it down, sand it down to the final size, which is 6mm thickness, same thickness as the hinge. So I just wanted to make a record of that because, oh yeah, the other thing is I like this 6-inch size. So this first one that I'm going to make two. I'm going to make one a 6-inch one and one either 8 or 10-inch, probably 8, no 10. There was a reason for 10, but I can't remember what it was. So, and for that I want wider and slightly longer hinge, because it's good to get these rivets, where the rivets are going to go, away from the center of the pivot, because the center of the pivot is the start of your scales, because that's the center of the sector. So yes, I'll have 1 inch wide this part coming down to the center. Oh, the center will be slightly bigger as well, so just slightly bigger, well, fair bit bigger for the 10-inch one. This is good enough for a 6-inch one. So there we go, nice stiff hinge. I've hammered it till it was quite stiff, smoothed it down a bit more finishing to do, but quite nice. Now to start cut some more wood. I have got wood cut for up to a 12-inch one, but I'm going to cut a 6-inch one and only 1 inch wide, 30mm wide I'm going to say. Okay, thanks for watching.